So my curve is a little bit top heavy at this point. Alright, well, don't think there's a whole lot of choice here. It's just, I mean, Skywinder Drake is nice, but Merfolk Looter is just a very, very good card. And it's a cheap guy, and with all these awesome 5-drops and such I have, that Merfolk Looter is just going to make sure I get the right number of lands and spells to be able to cast them on time. And means I never get flooded, means I never get color screwed, probably means I won't get mana screwed. Having a Merfolk Looter on turn 2 is, in the past at least, having a Merfolk Looter on turn 2 is one of the best things you can do in core set. And again, in this core set, obviously it's faster, so Merfolk Looter not as good, but I'm still just going to take it first. Alright, and, well, it's either Adept or either Adept from this pack, really. Not a whole lot to say about that one. Stampedian Rhino isn't even really close. Either Adept is a really great guy to stabilize early game. I'm looking for stuff I can play early because I already have all these 5 and 6 drops later on. So either Adept over Stampedian Rhino fairly easily. This is a bit more interesting. Now I can take a second Divination. I can take one of many enormous green guys. I have a Vastwood Gorger, Carnage Worm, and Stampeding Rhino all to choose from. You know, I don't think I want any of those cards, to be honest. I've already got, as I said earlier, I've already got a ton of 5, 6, and 7 drops. I don't need more 5, 6, and 7 drops, and really, probably one of these will wheel. This is a pretty reasonable pack. There's cards for other drafters. Someone's going to take this Distress, someone's going to take this Bonebreaker Giant, someone's going to take this Gideon's Lawkeeper. And I don't know if there are 3 other green drafters at the table. And even if there are, it's possible that someone will take the Troll Hide before one of these huge guys. I'll probably wheel one of the huge guys. And the extra Divination just makes my deck that much more consistent. So, okay, well there's the Manolith I kind of wanted. But now that I have either Adept and a Merfolk Looter, I mean, Manolith a lot worse than the other 2 options, Llanowar Elves and Rampant Growth. And I'm not splashing anything, so I think I'm going to go ahead and take Phantasmal Bear. I think Phantasmal Bear. Yeah. I mean, the thing with the bear is that you don't care if he gets targeted. It's almost irrelevant. I mean, anything that targets him is probably going to kill him anyway. It's just a 2/2. So he's pretty much just an Isamaru. I think he's a little bit better than Unsummon. I don't want another 7-drop and Carnage Worm, so I'll grab him. Alright. Really, absolutely nothing for me here. I'm definitely not going to play a 3rd Coral Merfolk. I could start on a Merfolk Mesmerist against, I don't even know. Yeah, sure, I'll take a Merfolk Mesmerist. Why not? Alright, well, it's another Phantasmal Bear. Happy enough to take that. So now I probably don't have to play as Coral Merfolk anymore, which is nice. I've got enough early drops in the 2 bears. 2 bears, Merfolk Looter, Jade Mage. Not a lot of early game, but enough. Enough. Oh, I can take this. Hang on a second. There's an Arachnus Web in this pack. Arachnus Web. Yeah, maybe I just take that instead. I mean, well, I don't know, it's tough. Wish I had. Again, like, this is one of those things where more experience with the format would really help. I don't know how good these 2 cards are relative to each other. I'm going to take the Web. Web is removal. It might, for all I know, it might be pretty bad removal. But it is removal, and removal is removal. And I think it's a little bit better than a 1-mana 2/2. Okay, now I have a choice between a Skywinder Drake and a Phantasmal Dragon. That's interesting. So Yeah, I don't really know. Dragon wins a game if they can't target it. Oh, I'm going to take Dragon. I don't know how good Dragon is. That's my logic. I want to find out if Dragon, how good Dragon is. It's entirely possible. This guy is probably just way better, but yeah, I mean, this guy can win the game on his own. He seems more interesting. Oh, Rampant Growth easily here. I don't think it's a very hard pick at all. I've been wanting these the whole draft. And that one came quite late, so that's good. Oh, Greater Basilisk. That's not bad at all. That will probably replace one of the Harbor Serpents, I guess. I don't know. I've got a lot of playables here. Oh, Flash Freeze from a board. A Carnage Worm weird. How about that? Yeah, so definitely don't need to pick up those enormous green guys very early, considering how late that Carnage Worm came back. What should I hate? I'll hate a Guardian's Pledge. Yep. Alright, let's build this thing. Sphinx, get in there. Mind Control. That and that and that and that. Probably play this Carnage Worm. Might not end up playing those Harbor Serpents. Might just end up signing them. We'll see. I have quite a lot of playables here. So I think that's the stuff I'm definitely playing. Let's have a look. So I could probably use maybe one or two more early drops. This Crown of Empires doesn't really count as an early drop, and these Divinations don't really count as early drop. So, okay. What does that leave me with? I can play Ice Cage. I can play Harbor Serpents. I can play Coral Merfolk. Amphin Cutthroat. Brindleboar. So what is my deck weak to? I think I'm a little bit weak to highly aggressive decks. So if someone tries to curve, Tormented Soul into Blood Ogre into Ruinous, whatever those Minotaurs are, Gorehorn Minotaurs, then I'm in a little bit of trouble if that kind of stuff starts to happen. So maybe I want this Ice Cage. That stops the hyper-aggressive draws. And so maybe Brindleboar, maybe Amphin Cutthroat. Let's see. Maybe just a Harbor Serpent. Oh no, I've got enough enormous guys. I don't need a serpent. No point. I'm gonna beat people up with my enormous 5 drops as it is anyway. And my 7 drops, my 6 drop. So what should my final card be? Yeah, sure, I'll play this Amphin Cutthroat. He doesn't seem like a great guy, but I think he's reasonable. I think he'll hold off some early attackers and give me enough time to win with my huge things, huge flyers. Alright. We'll run this. 9-8. Sure. Yep. Submit.